Alright guys, I want to talk a minute about what's going on in my life. So I have a couple potential customers. So I am doing my process. So I talked about this morning before I went to my networking group how important it is for me to get this process down in detail. So so I did go through and I, pitched to my customers, and so now when you do things, it helps you to get things down better. So had a customer today, potential customer today, talk to me, and I offer confidentiality and I offer discretion in my business. So a lot of my stuff is going to be word of mouth. And then as I move forward, I will get my website going, etc. But I want to talk right now. That's my business side. But I want to talk about right now my the pro-life stuff. So I was talking the other day, yesterday, about getting my pro-life grant going. And so how do we go? And this is what I want to show girls. How do we go from where we've had, poverty? And I talked to somebody about sex trafficking. Poverty in my family so bad that there was prostitution. How do we go from that to turning your life around to, becoming somebody where you have your life more together? So I had worked on, I have five sons and homeschooled them. So my lineage, I have, family where prostitution was part of life. And when we look at sex trafficking, a lot of the girls, they don't have the money, and boys, to do stuff, right? They just don't have it. So it creates a very desperate situation that sometimes that, prostitution is part of that. So I think in the situation with my grandmother, it was what she did. I know at one point she had said something like, people have done this for years. And so it's really in the end a choice, right? So you can choose, and I want to be merciful with this because sometimes, like in my grandmother's age, women did not work. Not a lot of women did. And a lot of women did work though. So, I mean, it was definitely my grandfather's job to take care of her. And then there was an annulment, and once that happens, finances are even more strained. So, I mean, she had her kids, which is great. She had her kids, but how do you come out of that? And a lot of it is just choosing to say, I'm going to work, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to do whatever. But there also wasn't that help available that I have. So what do you do in that situation? So I think for the most part, people do the best they can. They have to do the best they can, right? And then they have to make choices. It's not life just is. You're not just a victim in life. You have to make some choices. So a lot of my help is going to be showing girls how to turn their life around. And I think one of the things I do want to do is housing for girls to be able to turn their life around and have work and to be able to help them succeed. So I will be talking about that and how do we do this? How do we get into community? How do we do Bible studies? How do we do all this? So it's important to have that community. A lot of people don't even have community. Where is the support system when you're like that, right? When your support system is broken, it's not going to be just in your family, but in your neighborhood. You have to have the resources to move. My grandmother moved a lot. You have to be able to, have a good support system to change your life. So that is where my heart is in helping women and being able to stay home, being able to, raise your children on very little, being able to help them have a better life. So I really do want to help women have a better life. And usually that is in staying home and then doing something with your, with your life that you also enjoy.